To add harmonies to your voice, the voice processor needs to know what those harmonies are. Let's go ahead and hold down Shift and press Harmony. And I'll go over to the Harmony tab. Now on Style Play mode, it quite simply follows the harmonies used by chord scanning. If you want to, you can change it so that it follows the chords either to the upper or the lower of your split and across the entire keyboard, which means that you could add extended harmonies by playing more complex chords with your right hand. Now, when you're using Style Play mode, chord scanning is the best way to be sure that the voice processor gets the harmony. But if you were just playing the PA800 as a piano without using styles, you would want to set full keyboard. There are many commercial standard MIDI file songs available that include lyrics and harmony tracks. So let's have a look at how singing with the voice processor works with the standard MIDI file. The de facto standard for the harmony track in a standard MIDI file is track 5, so you'll need to set the voice processor to receive harmony on track 5. First of all, select the song play mode, and then the menu button, and then preferences on the screen. Then set the sequencer 1+2 harmony track to 5. Next, just load the song, just like we learnt in Chapter 5. And I'm going to go ahead and mute the melody for this example. So I'll track select, go over to number 5, and I'll mute that. And of course you could leave that switched on as a guide if you're not sure of it. I'm going to select the voice processor preset 2 for this example. So Shift and Harmony. Notes playing. So far, not unexpectedly, everything we've looked at is focused on performing songs. We've looked how to perform songs using styles, using MIDI files, and of course how to sing with both these setups, including using the voice processor and lyrics. Now, all of those things needed a certain amount of setting up on the PA800. Wouldn't it be great if you had one place to store all of those setups? The songbook answers this need very comprehensively, and it can literally be the first button you press after switching on the power. The songbook is a database of the songs that you play, including your setup for the song and whether you're using style play or song play mode. It will even recall the style you're using in style play mode and the MIDI file you're using in song play mode, and much more besides. With a little preparation, you'll be able to find your songs easily, whether you are a pro musician or a hobbyist. Just press the Songbook button and a list of songs will appear. This is the default factory list, which uses cryptic names to give you an idea of the song that you could play with that setup. There are several ways to move down the list, but the easiest is just to scroll down using the tempo value dial. You can also choose from some default lists which narrow down your search to certain musical categories. Just go ahead and select the Custom List tab and select from the preset lists. The Next button very conveniently steps down the list, and when you find a song that you want to play, just go ahead and touch the song name in the screen and touch Select. Then just play as usual. The songbook is what is known as a database. That means that it's more than just a list. You can sort the songs in different ways to find what you're looking for. Just touch the pull down menu in the top right hand corner of the screen and you'll see all of the sorting options. The most obvious sorting method is by name, but you could sort by genre to find songs of a similar kind, or even by tempo to find songs of a similar tempo. You can also just touch the column name and that sorting will change to that column. You can also filter out any records that don't match certain criteria. Just touch the filter button and enter keywords for each item which best describe what you're looking for. I'm going to search for songs in the pop genre, in 4/4 time, ranging in tempo from 150 to 170 beats per minute. If you're a pro musician, you could use this to search for songs of the same tempo and genre to create a medley very simply. All the settings you need to play a song are stored within the songbook entry. In style play mode, this includes the style, the tempo, single touch setting, including the voice processor preset, track volume and mute, synchro start, chord scanning, keyboard mode, and master transpose. This is just a selection of what can be stored, and there's much more besides. In song play mode, the list is similar, but you can also store the standard MIDI file song for each entry. The really useful aspect of this feature is, of course, you can create your own song entries. Let's look now at creating an entry in style play mode. Firstly, select style play. Then set up the PA800 with the keyboard mode and style that you want to use. You could also select the specific voice processor preset that you want to use with your song. And when you have it set up exactly the way you want it, just press the Songbook button and touch the Book Edit 1 tab. Next, enter as much information about the song as you can, or at least as much as you'd like to have attached to that entry. I'm going to enter the genre, which is disco, so let me clear that, and that's going to be disco. And we'll put in the artist name. I'll just make something up here. It's a band called Beat. And I happen to know this song is going to be in A major. And before storing this entry, make sure that the right current resource and right STS boxes are checked. Actually, each entry has its own 4 single touch settings, so you can even create complex registration changes for your song. Then when you record the song, it will automatically set up the PA800 with single touch setting. When you've done all of that, just touch right and name the song. The icon for my new entry shows that it uses a style. Any entries that are linked to a standard MIDI file song will show an SMF icon. Notice that when I select my song, I automatically go into song play mode. And when I return to my new entry, which was a style, I select that, I automatically go into style play mode. Now there are many more features of the songbook. For example, you can store 2 completely different entries using the same style, including changing drum kits, sounds used in the styles, and mixer settings. In Chapter 5 we looked at using the song play mode to play back standard MIDI files, and then we were talking about commercially available MIDI files. But of course, the PA800 is a music workstation, so you can create your own using sequencer mode. As with most of the PA800 features, there are many different ways that you can use sequencer mode, but for now, I want to look at how we can get an instant result recording what you would play live. First of all, set up the PA800 in style play mode, just as you would do normally, to play a song that you're about to record. You could use a performance that you've created, or single touch settings, or just set it up manually. I'm going to select the Country Beat 1 style and use a single touch setting. When you're ready to play, press the Sequencer Mode button and then the Record button. Then in the screen, touch Backing Sequence, which is working for us as a quick record. Press the Style Start Stop button and you'll get a measure count in and then play as normal. Once you've finished, press the Sequencer 1 play button once and the recording process is completed. Then simply press it again to listen back to your recording. As you've just seen, Sequencer Mode creates an instant MIDI file of your performance, so it'll play back exactly what you recorded. There are so many ways in which you can edit the recording. For example, if you wanted to change its key, just press the menu button, touch Song Edit in the screen and choose the Transpose tab at the bottom of the page. Now I'll play a short piece of the song so you can hear its current key. Now I'm going to select all tracks and you can go ahead and set the measure range. In fact, that will be the entire length of my song, and I'll go ahead and transpose that up to semitones. Now, once I execute that, listen to the transposed version. This is a great feature because it only transposed the pitched tracks, not the drum tracks. As you can see, there are many more edit tabs along the bottom here, and you can even look at the individual notes you played using the Event Edit function. I'll press Menu and Event Edit. Now, this is the kind of advanced list editing that is usually found on software sequences, but which make the PA800 a truly self-contained music workstation. Let me exit out of this. Now, naturally, the most important thing you want to do after all this work is save your song. Just select the pull-down menu and Save Song. Choose where you're going to save that, either the internal memory or on, say, an external flash drive. Let me just go ahead and do that on the internal memory here. Hit Save. You can name your song, and away you go. Now you notice in the pull-down menu that you can load songs into the sequencer. This means that, for example, you could use the PA800 to transpose commercial MIDI files too. Perhaps put them in a better key for you to sing along to. There are many different optional extras available for your Korg PA800 from your chosen dealer, including foot switches and controllers and the VIF4 video interface board. You'll find details of these at www.korgpa.com. But this is much more than just a website about optional extras. It's a complete support facility for the entire PA range. You'll find lots of free musical resources such as styles that you can download and use in your PA800, as well as owner's manuals and even a look at the history of Korg Arranger keyboards. You'll even find links to public forums where you can discuss your PA800 with other users. And for support in person, you'll find details of the Korg distributor where you are. Korg has a policy of continual improvement for its products, and from time to time there may be updates to the operating system. You'll find these available as a free download from the website too. In the event of an upgrade being available, we'll provide installation instructions in a variety of languages so you can update your PA800 easily by yourself. Until next time, thank you for watching and have fun with your PA800.